Namaskar. Today we are going to talk about the last zodiac sign, which is Pisces. This is a sign which is ruled by Jupiter. And we all know Jupiter is a planet which gives us lot of knowledge, lot of education, lot of spirituality. This is a planet which gives you cosmic energy. Without this planet, one cannot achieve meditation or a higher self. So the people who are born in this sign, they are not behind materialistic things. They are the people who want to achieve their higher self. They are the people who are very disinterested in world, and that is because of Jupiter. And this is a last sign. Last sign represents the higher self. Now you have traveled all the 12 stages of life, and the symbol of this sign is two fishes revolving in opposite direction, which represents infinity, which represents birth and death. And we already know water is an element which is very special element. It is used in all the religious things, and water is a element which makes us calm. So the people who are born in this sign, they are very calm personality. We will discuss this sign in very detail because as we have already discussed 11 signs, so I will teach you today how to figure out the behavior and traits of a particular zodiac sign. So we'll put this sign as an ascendant today in our chart, and then we will discuss how in different houses different signs behave, which makes the personality of Pisces people. So let's begin. So we have kept this sign in ascendant position or in first house. Now first house is a house which represents your physical appearance, your brain, your first reactions to things. As this is a water element sign, so people who are born in this sign, they do not react very easily. Their first reaction to things is okay, we can handle it calmly. Being a water element sign, their water content in body is more. Due to that, they are a bit of a plumpy in physical appearance. They are tall in height. Jupiter is a planet which is tall, and their stomach is little bit outside, which is all which we can see of all pandits. So now this is the first house, and first house represents these things. Now let's look at the second house. Now second house is a house of your family, your eyes, your way of speaking, your face, your wealth. Now the sign which is placed in second house is Aries. Now we already know Aries is a sign which is in always rush. This is a fire element sign. Their way of tackling things is with anger, with lot of energy. So they are the people who will speak point to point. Their way of speaking is very authoritative, yet calm. Their family members are also very beautiful looking. They are also very beautiful looking people. Their eyes are big. They have very good and sharp features. They are the people who start something new with their family members, and they are the people who are very protective of their family members. Now let's talk about third house. Third house is a house which represents your siblings, younger siblings, your friends, your throat, your hand, your braveness. Now the sign which is placed in third house is Taurus. Taurus is a earth element sign which is ruled by Venus. And Venus is a planet which is most knowledgeable planet in universe. This is a planet which has more knowledge than Jupiter. Now this will have an impact on third house. The younger sibling and friends of these people will be very knowledgeable, very beautiful. Their way of speaking also will be very good. And the people who are born in the Pisces, their way of speaking and writing will also be very good. They will speak very precisely. They can also be very manipulative. They will fight only when it's needed, but they have a lot of energy. Third house is a house which shows braveness and energy, and the symbol of the second sign Taurus is bull, and bull has a lot of energy. So these people are not afraid to die, but they do not fight. Now let's come to the fourth house. Fourth house is a house which shows your comforts, your house, your mother, your feelings, your heart, your education, your emotional state. Now the sign which is placed over here is Gemini. And Gemini is a sign which is ruled by Mercury. And this is of air element sign. So lot of thoughts, lot of feelings. And Mercury is a planet which is a karak of education. So these are the people who are highly educated. They are the people whose first education is initiated at house. They are very knowledgeable people. Now Gemini is a sign which is very artistic in nature. This is a sign which is a duality, male and female both in them. So they are very artistic. They are the people who love singing and music. They are the people who love dancing. So they are the people who are into education, who are into music industry. They are also into filmmaking industry. Now let's see fifth house. Fifth house is a house which represents your soul, which represents your children, which represents your education, higher education. And the sign which is placed over here is Cancer, ruled by Moon, water element sign. And Cancer represents your feelings, your heart. Now over here you can see very good phenomena taking place. Your soul and heart, both in one house, ruled by Moon. And Moon is a planet which rules over our emotions. So these people have a very strong gut feeling. They are the people who are very attached to their children, their education. You speak a word about their children, Simon, they will not talk to you. Every sign is made in a very particular way. Now, to achieve spirituality, to achieve enlightenment, one has to have their all three things working in a very aligned position, their heart, soul, and mind. So now you can see how things are opening up in this chart. Their heart and soul is aligned, and that is also through Moon. And Moon is a planet which is a planet of motherly care, shows emotions, do not want to fight, want to help others. They are born with this kind of soul. Now, to achieve spirituality and enlightenment, one should not also have enemies. They should be free from disease also. Now, in sixth house, which is a sign placed over here, is Leo, ruled by Sun, fire element sign. And sixth house, the house which represents enemies, job, diseases. And Sun or Leo sign over here dominates this area. So these people have a very less chances of getting disease. Or if they get diseases also, that is of stomach, gastric problems. They are the people who are very hardworking at jobs. Sun also diminishes enemies. Now let's talk about the seventh house. Seventh house is a house of your marriage, of your opposite gender, your business, your children, your sexuality, your reproductive parts. The sign which is placed over here is Virgo, again ruled by Mercury. Now the people who are born in Pisces, they get very good wife, very hardworking wife. But these people have problems related to reproductive parts. Sixth sign Virgo represents all three elements. So if Mercury is not balanced in their chart, then they are going to have problems related to seventh house. marriage, reproductive parts. Sixth sign represents your internal organs of your stomach. So these people have to have very careful about these aspects of life. Now let's talk about the eighth house. Eighth house is a house of death, house of losses, house of mystery, house of loan, house of debt. Now the sign which is placed over here is seventh sign, Libra. Libra is a sign which gives you lot of sexuality, lot of business. It rules over your reproductive part. So now here the combination is not very good. In eighth house, these things are not able to work at the 100% rate. Problem related to seventh sign, reproductive parts, problem in married life. Seventh sign also shows your married life. So these are the troubles which these people will have in their life if again Venus is not in good position. Now let's talk about the ninth house. Now let's talk about the ninth house. Ninth house is the house of your bhagya, your luck, your teachers, your guru, your spirituality, your aim of life. This is a house which also represents your bosses, your father. And the sign which is placed over here is Scorpio. Scorpio is a sign ruled by Mars, and this is a water element sign. Again, water element sign in ninth house, water element sign in fifth house, water element sign in ascendant. They are the three important houses. They all have water element sign. Due to presence of eight Scorpio water element sign in ninth house, these people are very attached to their father. They are people who are very attached to their teachers, gurus, bosses. And this is a very intense sign. So this shows that the relationship with guru or bosses could get very intense. Eighth sign Scorpio shows depth. Ninth house also shows spirituality, religion. So they are very, very devoted about their religion. They are very much into spirituality. They are into all the things related to meditation, yoga, all those stuff. They are the people who achieve good success in water related professions. Diving, fishing, deep underwater research, all those things related to water. Now let's come to the 10th house. 10th house is a house which shows your profession, which shows your direction in life, which shows what work are you going to do in life. And the sign which is placed over here is Sagittarius, again ruled by Jupiter. So these people are into teaching profession. These people are into NGOs. They are the people who do free seva. Again, ninth sign also represents religion, spirituality, knowledge. So they are the people who keep reading for their life. They are interested in all the things related to humanitarian aids or humanitarian things. Now let's talk about 11th house. 11th house is the house of your gains and losses, depending upon your karmas. So the sign which is placed over here is Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. And we all know Saturn is a planet which is known as Lord of Karmas. So here, these people are detached from the benefit or losses what they are going to have. Saturn is a planet which gives you detachment. So these people do not care about what's going to happen. Although if these people are on the right track, they get a lot of benefit and get a lot of public support. Now let's talk about the 12th house. 12th house is the house of your expenditures, loss, and also this is a house which shows spirituality and moksha, liberation. Again, the sign which is placed over here is Aquarius. And I told you Aquarius is a sign which is second most spiritual sign. This is a sign which is the second last step before enlightenment. The ruled by Saturn, again I told you Saturn, lot of karmas, will not let you go in the wrong path. So for Pisces ascendant people, 12th house is very important and Saturn is very important. If you will follow the right path, if you will be in your boundaries, these people will achieve enlightenment. Now there are three more nakshatra in this sign, which is Purva Bhadrapad, Uttara Bhadrapad and Revati. These three are ruled by different planets. Purva Bhadrapad is ruled by Jupiter, Uttara Bhadrapad is ruled by Saturn, and Revati is ruled by Mercury. I told you these three planets are very important for Pisces people. Mercury, Saturn, and Jupiter is a lord of their ascendant. We'll talk about these nakshatra in our upcoming videos, but I'll tell you a little bit about these nakshatra. Purva Bhadrapad we have talked about in Aries. Uttara Bhadrapad people are very secretive. They are the yogis. They have a lot of knowledge. And the people who are born in Revati, they are very artistic. They are into spiritual singing, spiritual writing, spiritual artistic things. Their way of speaking is very good. So, we'll talk in our upcoming videos about these nakshatra and how other planets behave in this sign. Till then, keep watching our videos. We'll see you in another one.